Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a practicing spiritual medium and intuitive reader, your guide to a clearer perspective. I've got a message for Pisces today. This is a channeled message from my guides and from the other side to help expand your perspective and bring a little more abundance into your life. So let's get started, Pisces. This is an interesting reading because I feel as though the message is very specific. But because this is a spiritual reading, hopefully this is going to be applicable, even if the specifics aren't quite your story. So we've got the Five of Swords for the energy around you this week, the energy that the universe presents. This is an interesting energy of taking, it's not quite theft, but it's where someone kind of takes more than their fair share of the energy and they're taking something away from you. Something is coming at your expense, or you're giving up part of your power to appease someone else. It's an unequal winning. You know, this guy, he's got all these swords. He's got how many? I think he's got 5. He's standing on 2, he's holding 2, and he's got the 1. This guy has none. Like, this figure doesn't need 5 swords. How many swords can you use at once? Maybe 1 or 2 at most, right? So he's holding on to way too much than what he needs to be holding on to. Now, what I find really interesting, because I feel, let me hide that card for a second, I feel separation in this, that there's a definite victor-loser, there, winner-loser kind of thing going on, or someone in a high position, someone in a low position. There's not an equal footing going on. However, you're responding with this energy, the Paralleled, talking about blending and appeasement, actually. It's almost like you're trying to appease this other energy by being like, no, it's all right. You know, what this person is doing, it's okay. They can keep taking energy. They can keep taking things or resources or whatever it is. It's probably most likely energy. They can keep taking energy from me. And that's all right. I'll make it work. So you kind of smooth it over. You kind of make it like all right for them. Not all right for you necessarily, but all right for them. All in the pursuit of harmony. There's this rainbow back here in the background. So to make things harmonious, you're kind of smoothing it over and allowing this to happen. Your next cards are very interesting. We've got the Hermit off one way, the Prince of Cups riding into the 10 of Wands. This is very much this energy right here, the energy of taking right here. So how do I do this? Okay, we'll talk about the Hermit first. So the Hermit is your own personal truth, the desire to stay on your own path, and the desire to find out the things that really work for you. And the Hermit kind of shows us exactly which way to go. It shows us the higher mind. It shows us what is our truth. You know, who do we really need to be, and what do we really need to be doing, and who do we need to be doing what with? If that makes any sense. It shows us the way. He shows us our path. He illuminates our path. And this is an inward question. So it's not looking for the answers from the outside, it's looking for the answers on the inside. So I'm going to put him down for a second because we've got the Prince of Cups going into the 10 of Wands. This Prince of Cups is very much like this figure right here. He's saying, oh, please do this thing for me. He's asking something of you. He's seeking something from you, holding this cup towards you. Oh, please give me something. Oh, please give this to me, or please be this for me, or do this for me. But look whose expense it comes at. It comes at the 10 of Wands, who's having to carry more than his fair share of those sticks or wands. He's overburdened with things. So appeasing this other person is coming at a really big cost to you. You're allowing much more of yourself to be taken away than what you realize. And the problem is that it looks like it's a pretty picture. This guy, he reminds me of something out of a romance novel, you know, the flowing hair, the flowing locks, and he's got that kind of wistful hero look on his face, or wistful forsaken lover look. It looks pretty, it looks attractive, it's very easy to be fooled by this image. But the reality is that all of the burdens are falling on you, and you're the one having to pick this up, and it's pulling you away from your own path. Do you see that? How the Hermit's going off this way, and then this path goes the other way. So by choosing to do all these things to pick up the slack or pick up the extra for this Prince of Cups figure, you're losing your own footing. You're losing your spiritual way, and you're losing your own energy. And it's so important that you keep your energy because, first of all, your energy is yours. It's not yours to give away first. You have to keep it for yourself so that you can get your mission done. And I know this can be hard when someone asks for it or where you feel you have to give it to keep the peace of a situation. But the problem is anything that asks you to give your energy for the sake of something outside of yourself. So I'm trying to think of how to say that a little bit clearer. Anything that asks for your energy for the sake of harmony, for the sake of external harmony, it's not the right ask. If they need you to do something so they're going to be happy, so that they're going to be at peace, or so that they're going to feel fulfilled, that's the wrong use of your energy, because your energy needs to go towards self-fulfillment, self-harmonization. Everything has to go for the self. And the reason for that is because that's the only way to truly attract that kind of energy into your life. If you want harmony, you have to feel harmony within yourself. If you want peace and you want acknowledgement, or you want things to kind of go, how do I put this for you? It's kind of like when you're feeling pleased with yourself, when you've got the approval of yourself, and when you know you're doing the right thing for yourself, nothing comes in your external world to challenge it. If you can think of a moment in time when you've been really, really happy with yourself and knowing that you're on the right track, doing the right things, and you approve of yourself, there's probably nothing that came into conflict with you and nothing that came into conflict with that feeling for you for some time until you dropped it and went on to something else. So this is about finding that inner adulation, that inner validation, that inner praise, and that inner knowing that you don't have to give yourself to other situations to make them okay. They've got to do that for themselves. That's really not your job. And quite frankly, it's not within your control. So your, what do you call this? Your advice, we've got the 9 of Cups. So really think about what your heart desires, because there's more than enough of it for you. He's got all that salmon and all those cups. There's more than enough of it for you from the universe. You don't have to feel that someone has to give it to you, or you have to take it from someone, or you have to give up some of yourself to get it from someone. It's already there for you, and it's waiting for you to just look at it. So again, that idea of looking inside for the approval, for the abundance, that's what they're asking you to do. So questions on that? I know that the wording got a little bit gnarly in the middle there. So any questions, please let me know. You know, I always love to hear from you, so feel free to reach out. And if you're looking for some personal guidance, I invite you to check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com. There's some awesome offerings on there. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good one.